Hello everyone and welcome back to Turner Tutoring. I'm Mr. Turner with our math video today. So for today, we are going to go back to our roots and we are going to go like the note style that we used to do. Taking a break from our Anton stuff or the Anton website, and we're just going to do note-taking, to an extent note-taking. So what we're talking about today is the basics of fractions. Now, technically, in where I teach, we start teaching a little bit of fractions in second grade, but the heavy-duty content of fractions would be in third grade. So this could be a second grade video, it could be a third grade video. Now, basics of fractions. Our first two terms that we want to know is the numerator. Numerator. And excuse the handwriting. This is why I do the majority of everything on the computer. And why I'm a tech teacher now. Now, numerator, that is the top part of our fraction. So if I've got a fraction that says 1/2, numerator is the top. Denominator is the bottom. So these are our first two terms that we need to memorize and know. The numerator is the top, the denominator is the bottom. So what do these actually represent? Well, we're going to take this 1/2 and we're going to do a little picture to show 1/2 so that we can represent and understand what the numerator shows and what the denominator shows. So our top is how many parts, and our bottom top is how many parts shaded. Our bottom is how many parts in whole, all or in the whole. So our denominator says that there are 2 parts in whole because this is 1/2. So we're going to draw a shape. And the easiest for me, since I'm not an artist, is to just go and draw a really simple rectangle. So we've got our shape. And what we would do is if we were going to split this in half, we know, well, we just do a line down the middle. So now our shape is in half. And what this is telling us, or our denominator is telling us, is that we have 2 parts. And we know that by 1, 2. But what we want to know is 1/2 of the whole, 1 part is shaded. So we're going to go in and shade it because our numerator says 1 and our denominator says 2. So what we've done is we've gone in and we've represented this fraction as a shape and how much of that shape is shaded / used. So how much of that shape we have. So we one more time. Our numerator is how many parts are shaded. Our denominator are how many parts in the whole. Denominator, 2. So there's 2 parts in this shape. Numerator, 1 of those parts is shaded. So when we look at this, and let's choose another fraction to represent the numerator. I want to show now, let's say 3/4. And we're going to memorize it, numerator top, denominator bottom, and we're going to whisper to ourselves, okay, denominator first. I know I need a shape that shows 4 parts. So I'm going to draw a shape. And I need to know that I need to split this shape into 4 equal parts, because that's our next thing with fractions is the equal part of it. We can't just go and draw a random thing and fill in random lines. It was easy with the 1/2 to make them equal because we know. We just cut the shape in half, and that's what we've got. But for this, for 4 equal parts, I need to know that first I need to go down the middle and then cut across the middle. And even though I'm not an artist, we can see that this is mostly equal. When you're drawing these on your own paper and you're working out fractions on your own, we know that this is we just want to get it mostly correct. We know it's not going to be perfect. So our next step, I've got my 4 pieces and it's cut into 4 parts. Now I need to know how many I'm using or how many are shaded by the numerator, which says 3. So I'm going to shade 1, 2, and 3. So now I've represented this shape as 3/4. 4 parts or pieces in all, and 3 of them shaded, which means I've also got, and I could say 1/4 not shaded, but that's for another day. So this is our little look into and start for basics of fractions. Technically, we're doing this as a 2nd grade video. We're starting with numerator and denominator. I'm Mr. Turner with Turner's Tutoring, saying a huge thank you to everyone who stuck around. Please watch the video all the way through and like and subscribe and help us get more views and more watch hours. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.